Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chill English Channel. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Hi, everyone. Whether you're relaxing at home, commuting to work, taking a walk, studying English, or getting ready to sleep, thank you for spending this time with us.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake.
Today, we're going to talk about something that many people need to hear, especially during difficult times.
That's right. Today's topic is never give up on yourself.
This is a powerful topic because everyone faces challenges.
Everyone experiences failure.
Everyone feels discouraged sometimes.
And almost everyone has moments when they doubt themselves.
But learning how to continue believing in yourself during difficult moments can completely change your life.
Definitely.
And for English learners, this topic is also wonderful because it teaches useful vocabulary about emotions, motivation, confidence, and personal growth.
Plus, these are conversations that native speakers have all the time.
Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through calm and meaningful conversations like this, please subscribe to Chill English Channel.
Your support helps us continue creating peaceful English lessons for learners around the world.
All right, Jake, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Have you ever wanted to give up on something important?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Many times.
I think most people can relate to that.
Definitely.
What usually makes people want to give up?
I think disappointment is one reason.
Disappointment is a very important word.
Yes. Disappointment is the feeling you experience when something does not happen the way you hoped.
For example, I felt disappointed after failing the exam.
Or she was disappointed when her plans didn't work out.
Another reason people want to quit is frustration.
That's true.
Frustration happens when you keep trying but don't see the results you want.
For example, I've been studying for months, but I still feel frustrated.
Learning English itself can sometimes feel frustrating.
Definitely.
Some days you feel like you're improving.
And other days you feel stuck.
Stuck is another useful word.
If you feel stuck, you feel unable to move forward or make progress.
For example, I feel stuck in my current situation.
Or sometimes I feel stuck when learning grammar.
But feeling stuck doesn't mean you aren't growing.
That's such an important lesson.
Many people think progress should be fast and obvious.
But real growth is often slow,
Very slow sometimes.
like planting a tree.
That's a beautiful example.
You plant a seed, water it, and care for it.
But you don't see immediate results.
Exactly.
Growth happens quietly.
And personal growth often works the same way.
Let's teach our listeners a useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
You can say, I'm making progress, even if it's slow.
For example, I'm making progress in English, even if it's slow.
Or, I'm making progress in my career, even if it's slow.
Native speakers use this kind of sentence when encouraging themselves.
Encouraging yourself is actually a skill.
Definitely.
Many people are kind to their friends.
But very harsh toward themselves.
Harsh is another excellent vocabulary word.
Harsh means very critical, strict, or unkind.
For example, I'm too harsh on myself sometimes.
Or, he is his own harshest critic.
I think many people give up because they expect perfection.
Ah, yes, perfectionism.
Perfectionism can be dangerous.
Because if everything must be perfect, people become afraid of making mistakes.
And mistakes are necessary for growth.
Especially when learning something new.
Learning a language requires making thousands of mistakes.
Thousands.
Maybe even tens of thousands.
That's probably true.
But every mistake teaches something.
Every mistake becomes a lesson.
Another important word here is resilience.
Resilience is one of the most powerful qualities a person can develop.
Resilience means the ability to recover from difficulties and keep moving forward.
For example, she showed great resilience after losing her job.
Or, resilience helps people overcome challenges.
When people say never give up on yourself, they're really talking about resilience.
Because life will always include setbacks.
Setback is another excellent word.
A setback is a problem or difficulty that slows your progress.
For example, failing the test was a setback, but I kept studying.
Or, every successful person has experienced setbacks.
That's something many people forget.
What do you mean?
When we look at successful people, we usually see the final result.
Not the difficult journey.
Exactly.
We see confidence.
But we don't see years of doubt.
We see success.
But we don't see the failures that came before it.
We see achievements.
But we don't see the sacrifices.
That's a very important perspective.
Everyone's journey includes struggles.
Struggle is another useful word.
A struggle is a difficult challenge or period of effort.
For example, I struggled with confidence for many years.
Or, many students struggle with speaking English.
Let's introduce another useful sentence pattern.
You can say, I'm still learning, and that's okay.
Such a simple sentence.
But very powerful.
For example, I'm still learning English, and that's okay.
Or, I'm still learning how to be confident, and that's okay.
I think many people need to hear that more often.
Definitely.
Another reason people give up on themselves is comparison.
Ah, yes.
Comparison can destroy motivation.
Especially today.
Social media makes comparison almost unavoidable,
People compare their beginning to someone else's success.
which is never fair.
Everyone starts somewhere.
Everyone learns at a different pace.
Everyone faces different challenges.
Another important word here is self-worth.
Self-worth means the value you believe you have as a person.
And your self-worth should not depend entirely on success.
That's such an important point.
Because if your value depends only on achievement,
Then every failure feels personal.
and failure is not personal,
Failure is information.
that's a powerful sentence.
Failure teaches us what needs improvement.
It teaches patience.
It teaches persistence.
Persistence is another wonderful vocabulary word.
Persistence means continuing despite difficulty.
For example, persistence is often more important than talent.
Or, her persistence helped her reach her goals.
Sometimes people think successful people never feel discouraged.
But that's not true at all.
Everyone feels discouraged sometimes.
The difference is that some people keep going anyway.
They continue even when progress feels slow.
They continue even when nobody notices.
They continue even when they doubt themselves.
And that's often where real transformation begins.
Because confidence doesn't always come before action.
Sometimes confidence comes after taking action repeatedly.
That's such an important lesson.
Many people wait until they feel ready.
But nobody feels completely ready.
Exactly.
Sometimes growth begins the moment you decide not to quit.
And maybe that's what never give up on yourself truly means.
Not being perfect.
Not being fearless.
Not succeeding immediately.
Not succeeding immediately.
But continuing to believe that you are worth the effort.
And continuing to take small steps forward even during difficult seasons of life.
Because every small step matters more than most people realize.
And sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is simply keep going when everything feels difficult.
Exactly. And that idea leads perfectly into something else we should talk about next. The difficult moments when people feel like they've failed completely, and how they can find the strength to start again. Earlier, we talked about setbacks, resilience, persistence, and the importance of not giving up on yourself.
And now let's talk about something that almost everyone experiences at some point.
Failure.
A word that many people fear.
A word that can feel painful.
And sometimes a word that makes people question their future.
Jake, why do you think failure affects people so deeply?
I think many people see failure as proof that they aren't good enough.
That's true.
They fail an exam.
And think they're not intelligent.
They lose a job.
And think they're not capable.
A relationship ends.
And they think they're unworthy of love.
But failure rarely tells us who we are.
That's an important distinction.
Failure usually tells us what happened.
Not who we are as people.
Exactly.
Distinction is a useful vocabulary word.
Yes, a distinction is an important difference between two things.
For example, there's an important distinction between failing and being a failure.
That's actually a powerful sentence.
Because failing is something you do,
But being a failure is an identity.
and those are not the same thing.
Not at all.
Everyone fails.
Every successful person has failed many times.
The difference is that they didn't allow failure to define them.
Define is another important word.
Define means to determine the nature or character of something.
For example, don't let one mistake define your future.
Or, a difficult year does not define who you are.
I think many people become trapped by labels.
What do you mean?
They make one mistake and suddenly tell themselves a story.
Such as?
I'm not talented.
Or, I'm too old to change.
Or, I'll never succeed.
The problem is that the mind often repeats these stories.
And eventually, people begin believing them.
Belief is incredibly powerful.
Definitely.
If you believe improvement is impossible,
You'll stop trying.
if you believe growth is possible,
You'll continue learning.
that's why mindset matters so much.
Mindset is another excellent vocabulary word.
Mindset refers to the way a person thinks about themselves and the world.
For example, a positive mindset can help people overcome challenges.
Or, changing your mindset can change your life.
Let's teach our listeners a useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
You can say, I'm trying to learn from my mistakes.
For example, I'm trying to learn from my mistakes instead of fearing them.
Or, I'm trying to learn from my setbacks.
This sounds very natural in English and shows emotional maturity.
Another challenge many people face is self-doubt,
Self-doubt can be incredibly difficult.
especially because it often appears during important moments,
Before a big exam,
before starting a business,
before changing careers.
before speaking English with native speakers.
That's a very common one.
Definitely.
Self-doubt means uncertainty about your own abilities.
For example, I struggled with self-doubt before the interview.
Or, many people experience self-doubt when trying something new.
The interesting thing is that self-doubt doesn't always disappear.
Really?
No.
Then what changes?
People learn how to move forward despite it.
That's powerful.
Courage isn't the absence of fear.
It's taking action even when fear exists.
Exactly.
Courage is another wonderful word.
Courage means the ability to face fear, difficulty, or uncertainty.
For example, it took courage to start over.
Or, learning a new language requires courage.
I think many people underestimate how brave they already are.
That's true.
Sometimes surviving a difficult year requires courage.
Sometimes asking for help requires courage,
Sometimes trying again requires courage.
especially after disappointment.
Another thing people often forget is that healing takes time.
Yes.
We live in a world that wants quick results,
Fast success.
fast improvement.
Fast solutions.
But emotional recovery doesn't always work that way.
Recovery is often gradual.
Gradual means happening slowly over time.
For example, confidence returned gradually.
Or, healing is usually a gradual process.
That's important because many people become discouraged when progress feels slow,
They think nothing is happening.
when actually a lot may be happening beneath the surface.
Just like the tree example we mentioned earlier.
Exactly.
Roots grow before branches, and inner growth often happens before visible results appear.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. Another challenge people face is regret.
Regret can be very heavy emotionally.
Regret means feeling sad about something you did or didn't do.
For example, I regret giving up too early.
Or, many people regret not believing in themselves.
The problem with regret is that it focuses on the past.
And we can't change the past.
but we can learn from it.
Exactly.
Experience becomes valuable when it teaches us something.
Even painful experiences.
Especially painful experiences.
Some of life's greatest lessons come from difficult seasons.
Seasons is a beautiful metaphor.
Yes.
Just as nature has seasons,
Human life has seasons too.
some seasons are joyful.
Some are difficult.
Some are filled with growth.
Some are filled with uncertainty.
But no season lasts forever.
That's an important reminder.
Difficult moments feel permanent when we're inside them.
But eventually, things change.
They always do.
Let's introduce another useful sentence pattern.
You can say, I'm giving myself time to grow.
Such a healthy sentence.
For example, I'm giving myself time to improve my English.
Or, I'm giving myself time to heal and grow.
Native speakers often use expressions like this when practicing self-compassion.
Self-compassion is another important concept.
Self-compassion means treating yourself with kindness during difficult moments,
Instead of attacking yourself for every mistake.
instead of expecting perfection.
Instead of comparing yourself to everyone else.
I think self-compassion is something many people struggle with.
Definitely.
People often speak to themselves in ways they would never speak to a friend.
That's sadly true.
Imagine a friend tells you they failed an exam.
Most people would encourage them.
They would say, you can try again.
Or, one exam doesn't determine your future.
Yet when the same thing happens to themselves,
They become their own worst critic.
critic is another useful word.
A critic is someone who judges or evaluates something.
Sometimes the loudest critic in our lives is our own mind.
And that's why learning to encourage yourself is so important.
Encouragement creates hope.
And hope creates action.
Hope is one of the most powerful forces in life.
Because hope reminds us that the future is not written yet.
No matter how difficult today feels,
No matter how many mistakes you've made,
no matter how many times you've fallen.
the next chapter hasn't happened yet.
And that's why giving up on yourself is often the greatest mistake a person can make.
Because the person you become tomorrow may be stronger, wiser, and more capable than you can imagine today.
The challenge is continuing long enough to meet that future version of yourself.
Exactly.
And that brings us to something important we should explore next.
How people can rebuild confidence, trust themselves again, and continue moving forward even after life has knocked them down more than once.
Earlier, we talked about failure, self-doubt, resilience, hope, and the importance of continuing even when life feels difficult.
And now let's talk about something many people struggle with after experiencing disappointment.
Rebuilding confidence.
Because sometimes life knocks us down.
Sometimes more than once.
Maybe a dream didn't work out.
Maybe a relationship ended.
Maybe you failed something important.
Or maybe you've simply been carrying self-doubt for a long time.
Whatever the reason, rebuilding confidence can feel challenging.
Jake, where do you think confidence really comes from?
That's a great question.
What do you think?
I think many people believe confidence comes first.
Meaning?
They think they need confidence before taking action.
Ah, I see.
But often, confidence is actually the result of action.
That's a very important idea.
People gain confidence by doing difficult things repeatedly,
Even when they feel uncertain.
especially when they feel uncertain.
So confidence is built.
Exactly.
It's not something people magically receive.
It develops through experience.
Develop is a useful vocabulary word.
Yes, develop means to grow, improve, or become stronger over time.
For example, I'm developing more confidence when speaking English.
Or, she developed new skills through practice.
I think one reason people give up on themselves is because they expect instant transformation.
That's very common.
They want immediate results,
Immediate confidence.
immediate success.
Immediate change.
But meaningful growth rarely happens that way.
Meaningful growth is usually built one day at a time.
One choice at a time.
One small step at a time.
Small steps are often underestimated.
Definitely.
People think small actions don't matter.
But small actions repeated consistently can completely change a life.
Consistently is another excellent word.
Consistently means regularly and continuously over time.
For example, she practiced consistently for a year.
Or, small efforts matter when done consistently.
Let's teach our listeners a useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
You can say, I'm taking things one step at a time.
Such a natural expression.
For example, I'm taking my English learning one step at a time.
Or, I'm rebuilding my confidence one step at a time.
Native speakers use this expression frequently during difficult periods of life.
Another important part of not giving up on yourself is learning to trust yourself again.
That's an interesting idea.
Many people lose trust in themselves after failure.
Because they begin questioning every decision.
Exactly.
They stop believing in their abilities.
They become afraid of making mistakes.
But trust grows through experience.
Just like confidence.
Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens self-trust.
That's a powerful concept.
For example, if you decide to study English for 20 minutes every day,
And you actually do it.
you begin proving something to yourself.
You begin proving that you can rely on yourself.
Rely on is a useful phrase.
Yes, to rely on someone means to depend on them.
For example, I can rely on my friends for support.
Or, I'm learning how to rely on myself more.
Another thing people often forget is that everyone has their own timeline.
That's so true.
Society often creates pressure.
Pressure to succeed quickly.
Pressure to achieve more.
Pressure to keep up with others.
But life isn't a race.
Everyone's path is different.
Some people find success early.
Some people find it later.
Some people change careers at 40.
Some people discover new passions at 60.
Growth has no expiration date.
That's a sentence worth remembering.
Expiration date usually refers to food.
That's true.
But people sometimes talk about life as if opportunities expire.
When in reality, many opportunities remain available much longer than we think.
Another important quality is patience.
Patience is difficult,
Very difficult.
especially in today's world.
We can order food instantly,
Watch videos instantly,
receive information instantly.
but personal growth still takes time.
Patience means accepting that some things cannot be rushed.
For example, learning a language requires patience.
Or, building confidence requires patience.
Let's introduce another useful sentence pattern. You can say, I'm learning to be patient with myself.
That's a beautiful sentence. For example, I'm learning to be patient with myself while I improve.
Or, I'm learning to be patient with myself during difficult times.
I think many people need more patience and less self-criticism.
Definitely.
Another thing that helps people continue moving forward is purpose.
Purpose gives direction.
Purpose gives meaning.
Purpose gives people a reason to continue.
Purpose doesn't have to be something huge.
That's important.
Sometimes purpose is helping your family.
Sometimes it's improving your future.
Sometimes it's becoming a better version of yourself.
Sometimes it's simply refusing to quit.
Refusing to quit can be incredibly powerful.
Because persistence compounds over time.
Compound is another useful word. When something compounds, it grows gradually through repeated effort.
Like saving money.
Or learning English.
A little progress every day eventually becomes something remarkable.
Remarkable means extraordinary or worthy of attention.
For example, her progress was remarkable.
Or, consistent effort can create remarkable results. Another lesson people learn with experience is that difficult periods often teach valuable things.
Sometimes they teach strength.
Sometimes patience.
Sometimes gratitude.
Sometimes resilience.
Sometimes compassion for others.
Looking back, many people realize their hardest seasons taught them important lessons.
Lessons they couldn't have learned any other way.
That doesn't mean suffering is enjoyable,
Of course not.
but it does mean challenges can help people grow.
Growth often emerges from adversity.
Adversity is a wonderful vocabulary word.
Adversity means difficulties, hardships, or challenging situations.
For example, she remained strong despite adversity.
Or adversity can reveal inner strength.
Let's talk briefly about the future.
I like that.
When people are struggling, they often imagine the worst possible future.
That's true.
But the future is full of possibilities.
Possibility is such a hopeful word.
Every new day contains possibilities.
New opportunities.
New lessons.
New friendships.
New experiences.
New beginnings.
Beginning again is not failure.
Sometimes it's wisdom.
That's a beautiful thought.
Let's teach one final useful sentence pattern.
The pattern is, I'm not giving up on myself.
Simple.
Powerful.
And very natural.
For example, things are difficult right now, but I'm not giving up on myself.
Or, progress is slow, but I'm not giving up on myself.
Speaking sentences like these can actually change the way people think.
Words matter.
Thoughts matter.
And the stories we tell ourselves matter.
Before we finish, let's do a little speaking practice.
If possible, answer these questions out loud.
First question, what challenge have you overcome in your life?
Second question, what helps you keep going when things get difficult?
Third question, what is one goal you refuse to give up on?
Fourth question, what would you say to a friend who feels discouraged?
Fifth question, what does believing in yourself mean to you?
Try answering using some of today's vocabulary.
Words like resilience,
Persistence,
confidence,
courage,
patience.
hope.
Speaking out loud helps these words become part of your active English.
And discussing personal growth is wonderful practice for real conversations.
Before we finish, let's quickly review what we talked about today.
We discussed setbacks, failure, self-doubt, confidence, resilience, and hope.
We learned useful vocabulary and natural English expressions related to personal growth and motivation.
Most importantly, we explored the idea of never giving up on yourself.
Because life is not about being perfect.
It's about continuing.
It's about learning.
It's about growing.
It's about standing up one more time than you fall.
And remembering that difficult moments do not define your entire story.
If you're listening today and going through a hard time, remember this.
Progress can be slow.
Growth can be invisible.
Confidence can take time.
But none of those things mean you should give up.
The future version of you is still being created.
And that future deserves your patience,
Your effort
your courage.
and your belief.
Now it's time for our question of the day.
What is one reason you refuse to give up on yourself?
Write your answer in the comments. You can begin your sentence like this. I refuse to give up on myself because.
We always enjoy reading your answers.
It's a wonderful way to practice your English writing skills.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to Chill English Channel.
Thank you for joining us today.
Keep practicing a little English every day.
Keep believing in yourself.
And remember,
No matter how many times life becomes difficult.
never give up on yourself.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time.